Hello friends, welcome to this part of factors and multiples wherein we look into some advanced cases. In the previous part we had seen into some basic definition what are factors and multiples, how do we calculate the factor of any given number, how do we then get to know about the prime factorization method. So those basic stuff we saw in part 1 of this series. Now in this part 2 we will be looking into certain aspects like how to get the number of factors of any given number, the number of prime factor, number of composite factors, then further number of what are the number of odd and even factors, what would be the sum of all the factors of a given number. So similar cases we would see in this part. So let's start with the number of factors. When we see when we say factors, we mean positive factor, uh, as I had discussed in the previous part. So let's see this with an example. And then I discuss the generic case. So suppose if I have to find the number of factors, positive factors of 72, so first I need to write 72 in the factorize this in the prime factorization way. So how to do this? Division method we have learned. 2 divides 18 by 9 times 3. Okay. So we have 3 twos, so it becomes 2 raised to power 3, and we have 2 times 3, so this becomes 3 square. So now we have prime factorized 72. So now we need to find what would be the number of factor of this 72. So first let's concentrate on this all the factors f- corresponding to the prime number 2. So we can have, here factors can have 2 raised to power 0, 2 raised to power 1, 2 raised to power 2, 2 raised to power 3, right? Similarly, uh, with respect to the factors originating from the prime number 3, they can be either 3 raised to power 0 or 3 raised to power 1 or 3 raised to power 2, right? So now we want to see how many combinations can be there. Four combinations we see which were purely on the basis of 2 or purely on basis of the prime number 3, but there may be some combination of these. So that's what we want to see. Say 2 raised to power 0 can be combined with, can take 3 raised to power 0, 3 raised to power 1, 3 raised to power 2. 2 raised to power 1 can take along with itself 3 raised to power 0, 3 raised to power 1, 3 raised to power 2. Similarly, 2 raised to power 2 can take 3 raised to power 0, 3 raised to power 1, 3 raised to power 2. And at last 2 raised to power 3 can take 3 raised to power 0, 3 raised to power 1 and 3 raised to power 2. So we see 3, 3, 3 and 3, 12 such cases, right? So this shows that there can be 12 factors. Another way to look at this, if we see directly, we have four options. When we consider prime number 2, prime number 2 has four options. 2 can take powers from 0 to 3, means 0, 1, 2, 3. So it has four options. And when we consider prime number 3 and its powers, it can take power from 0 to 2, right? So 0, 1, 2, three options. Here 3. So total number of cases would be 4 into 3, 12. Same as what we got here uh, by individually adding all the factors, counting all the factors, right? So this is the way. Now if we would like to get a generic way of writing. Say suppose if a number n has been written like p raised to power a into q raised to power b into r raised to power c into and so on, where p, q, r are prime numbers. So number of factors would be how many? It did we see here? I mean, here power was 3, so we multiplied effectively 4, and here power was 4, so we multiplied with one more, that is 3. So here what we the generic method is a plus 1 into b plus 1 into c plus 1 and so on. So this is the generic way. Why? Because in case of p we have a plus 1 options from starting from 0 to 1, 0 to a plus 1 option. Similarly for q we have b plus 1 option starting from 0 to b. Similarly for the power of r can take c plus 1 powers, starting from 0 1 2 up to c. So c plus 1 options, multiply each one of them, uh, we get a plus 1 into b plus 1 into c plus 1 and so on. So this way we can see. Now if we look into another example, say let's say 360. Okay, so 360, if we see 360, we first need to prime factorize 360. Again 180 to be divided by 2, we get 90. We can further divide 90 by 2 45 times. Further 45, now no more divisible by 2, we try with 3. Yes, 15 times. Then again 15 would be divided by 3, we get 5, and 5 we can divide, so we get 1. So what would be the factors? We have 3 2's, 2 3's and 1 5. So 2 raised to power 3 into 3 raised to power 2 into 5. Here we have number of 2 is 3, number of 3 is 2, number of 5 is 1. So this way we got the prime factorization of 360. Now number of factors would be how many? In case of for 2 we have 3 plus 1 options. Plus 1 why? Because 0 also, it can take a value of 0 as well. Similarly for 3 we have 2 plus 1 option. Similarly for 5 we have 1 plus 1 option, another one because of 0. So what we get? We get 4 into 3 into 2. What is it? This is 24. So number of factors of 360 is 24, right? So this is yeah. We'll see some more examples so that the this concept gets through well into your head. So now another example, let's take 288. So we'll first prime factorize 288, 144. Further we can divide 144 72 times. Again we can divide 36 times. Again we can divide 36 18 times. Again we can divide 18 by 2, we'll get 9. Now 9 will be divisible by 3. So here we can get, we have how many? 1 2 3 4 5, 5 twos. So we can write this as 2 raised to power 5. Then we have two number of 3, 3 raised to power 2. That's it, right? So number of factors would be how many? Number of factors would be, in case of for the power of 2 we have 5 plus 1 6 option, and for the powers of 3 we have 2 plus 1 3 option. So it gets 6 into 3 18. 18 number of factors we have. Similarly if we see another example, let's say take n is equal to 63,000. So we have to find first prime factorize. I mean, so 63,000. Now, I mean, we need not prime factorize using this division method. This may be time consuming. So the way is you can get this through mental calculation also, because I mean, with practice you can easily get this. 63 you can write as 7 into 3 square, right? Now, what remains is 1000. 1000 can be written as 2 cube into 5 cube. Those of you who did not get, you can try this using division method. I just, for the sake of, I mean, uh, for simplicity, I am taking larger number. It becomes 63, another 10, 630, another 10, 63, then 9, then 7. 9 you can write as 3 square. This you can write as 2 into 5. This you can write as 2 into 5. This you can write as 2 into 5. So how, we have three number of 2's, right? Here we have three number of 5. Okay, we have two number of 3's. Fine. Then 1 7. So 1 7. So that's it. You may try such process. Now, so number of factors would be how much? How many? So in case of 2, we have 3 plus 1, 4 options. In case of prime number 3, we have 2 plus 1, 3 option. In case of prime number 5, we have 3 plus 1, 4 option. Similarly, in case of 7, we have 1 plus 1, 2 option. So what do we get? 4 into 3 into 4 into 2. The resultant would be how much? 96. So 96 is the number of factors as far as 63,000 is concerned. So I hope this is fairly simple and quite easy. So now we see the number of prime and composite factors. So far we have seen the total number of factors. First I explain through an example, then let's take the same example. First, I mean, we had taken, I think, 72. So 72, now we can easily write, I mean, how much? 2 raised to power 3 into 3 raised to power 2 in the prime. We can prime factorize 72 this way. So what is the number of factors? Total number of factors is how much? Now directly 4 into 3 we can write 12 factors, right? Now what would be the number of prime factors? See, if we prime factors would be only 2, right? 2. What are those? 2 and 3. Now imagine if you take any other power for 2 or 3, then those would not be prime number. If you take 2 square, then 2 square is not a prime number. Similarly, if you take 3 square, that's also not a prime number. If you take 2 into 3, 2 raised to power 1 into 3 raised to power 1, 6, it is 6. This is also not a prime number. So prime number would be only two prime factors would be there for 72. That is the only 2 and 3. Others would be composite only. Okay, so now number of composite factors, how much we know? I mean, uh, any natural number can be classified into three category. One would be 1, other would be prime number, and third would be composite number. So similarly here also, this total number of factor was 12, right? 12, this also includes 1 because 1 is a factor of all the numbers, 1 is universal factor. So number of composite factors would be what? Total number of factors. Number of composite factors would be total number of factors 12 minus prime factor. We have only two numbers of prime factor, minus we will also subtract 1 because 1 is neither prime nor composite, we know. So since 1 is not a composite number, we will minus this. So what we get? We get 9 as answer. So if anyone anywhere counters a question as in to find a number of composite factors, so that would be same as that would be calculated by first calculating total number of factors and then subtracting the number of prime factors and further subtracting 1 from there. So that is what I mean, number of composite factor is equal to total number of divisors less total number of prime factors less 1. So this way. Another example we'll let's take the case of 360. So 360 we can write as what? 2 raised to power 8 into 3 raised to power 2 into 5, right? 45 area 360. So this way we could prime factorize 360. Now we have to find the number of prime and composite factors. So first we will find the number of total factors. Number of total factors is what? 3 plus 1 into 2 plus 1 into 1 plus 1. So this becomes 4 into 3 12 into 2 24, right? Now what would be the number of prime factors? So as I discussed, we only have three number of prime factors. Those would be 2, 3, and 5. So this is 3. What are those? 2, 3, and 5. Rest others would be composite or 1. So what would be the number of composite factors? Those would be total number of factors 24 minus number of prime factors 3 minus 1. 1 because 1 is a factor of all the numbers and 1 is neither prime nor composite. So this here we get 20, right? So this is the process to calculate the composite factors. Now we will see another case, another example. The same, I mean, we had taken 288, I think. So if we factorize 288, we will get how much? I think 2 raised to power 5 into 3 raised to power 2. Yeah. So total number of factors would be what? 6 into 3, that is 18. Number of prime factors is what? Only two prime factors we have. What are those? 2 and 3. So what would be the number of composite factors? Those would be total number of factors minus number of prime factors minus 1. So it becomes 15, right? Similarly, we take one last example. 63,000 we had taken. So 63,000. So 63,000 we can write in prime factorization as 2 raised to power 3 into 3 raised to power 2 into 5 raised to power 3 into 7. 7 9 is 63, 63 and 1000. Yeah, right. So now total number of factors, what? How many factors? 4 into 3 into 4 into 2. this becomes 96. Then number of prime factors. How many prime factors do we have? We have 2, 3, 5 and 7. So 4. What are those? 2, 3, 5 and 7. Only 4 prime factors. So what would be the number of composite factors? This would be total number of factor, which is 96, minus number of prime factors minus 1. 1 4, because 1 is neither prime nor composite. So this becomes 91. Fine. So this way we can calculate this number of prime and number of composite factors. So now we'll move on to number of even and odd factors. So same way we will take similar examples. So suppose, example 1 we take 72. Okay. So 72 we can write as 2 raised to power 3 into 3 raised to power 2. Fine. Now if we have to find the number of even factors, so what does it mean? All those factors must be divisible by 2, means those factors must have at least one power of 2. So is the what can be the power of 2? It can be either 1, 2 or 3. So 2 can take 3 powers, 1, 2, 3. It cannot take power of 0. Otherwise 2 raised to power 0 is 1, and uh, that number then may not be a even number. So power of 2 must be greater than or equal to 1. And what about the powers of 3? Powers of 3 can take any power, ranging from 0 to 1 to 2. So now how many choices we have? So here we have three options, here we have three options, total 3 into 3, 9. Fine. So basically what we need to understand, ki 2 raised to power 3 into 3 raised to power 2, 72 we are writing. So in case of 2 we have only three options, 1, 2, 3. I mean 2 can take 3 powers, 1, 2, 3. It cannot take 0. So that is why we write 3. And in case of prime number 3, 3 can take have all the options including 0. So 3 can take 0, 1 or 2. Hence 3 options. So number of factors becomes 9. Right. Similarly, if we see another example, 360. 360 we can write as 2 raised to power 3, 3 raised to power 2 into 5. Fine. Now, acha, so here we got, this was number of even factor. So what would be number of odd factors? Number of odd factors would be 2 has to have a power of only 0, and 3 can have any powers, either 3 raised to power 0, 3 raised to power 1 or 3 raised to power 2. Right. So we have three options. So we have three options. In case of 2 we have only one option. In case of 3 we have three options. So this is 3. Alternatively, we could have seen that we could also have found odd number of factors by subtracting even number of factors from total number of factors. So total number of factor for 72 would be 4 into 3, 12. 12 minus 9 number of even factors would get 3 number of odd factors. So same way here we'll see another example. In case of 360, what would be the total number of factors? would be 4 into 3 into 5. We get 360, sorry, 60. Sorry, here this will be 2, 24. So this is 24 number of factors. Now number of even factors. For even factors, we how many options does the power of 2 have? So 2 can take only 3 powers, 1, 2 and 3, and others 3 can take 0, 1, 2, 3 powers, so 3 options. 5 can take 2 powers, 0 and 2, so 3, 3, 9 to 18. So what would be the number of odd factors? One approach, directly we can subtract the number of even factors from odd total number of factor, 24 minus 18 to get 6. Or we can calculate also, for odd factor the power of 2 has to be 0, right? Otherwise it would be, if there's any power of 2, either 1, 2, 3, then those factors would be divisible by 2. So we can only have a power of 0, 2 raised to power 0. And in case of 3, it can be 3 raised to power 0, 3 raised to power 1, or 3 raised to power 2. In case of 5, it can be 5 raised to power 0 or 5 raised to power 1. So here we have one option, here we have three options, here we have two options. So it becomes 6, same as what we got using the other approach. Now, third example we take. Let us see of 288. 288 we can write as 2 raised to power 5 into 3 raised to power 2. Total number of factors, how much? 6 into 3, 18. Number of even factors. For even factor, we will consider first the powers of 2. 2 can have has 5 options, and 3 has 3 options. It becomes 15. So number of odd factors would be how many? Either we can directly write 18 minus 15 is equal to 3, or we can, for 2 we have only one option, for 3 we have three options, 3. So this we got. Another example we not take 63,000, we take some another example to build a concept here. So like say n is equal to 3 raised to power 2 into 5 raised to power 3 into 7 raised to power 2, right? So what will be the number of factors? Number of factors is how many? 3 into 4 into 3, 36. What would be the number of even factors? What would be number of even factors? What do we do for even factors? There has to be at least one power of 2, but do we have any 2 here in this? No, we do not have any 2, so it would be 0. What would be the number of odd factors? I mean, all the factors are odd only because we do not have any 2 here, any power of 2. So directly we can multiply the other powers of other prime number. Power of 3 can have 3 options, power of 5 can have 4 options, and power of 7 can have 3 options. This is 36. So this was just, I mean, point to be noted here, since in this number there is no power of 2, so this there would not be any even factors for this number. Now we will look into the concept of how to find the sum of all the factors of any given number. first we will try to see this with a very small example. Say we take an example of 12. We can write this as 2 raised to power 2 into 3 raised to power 1. Fine. So what would be those factors? Those factors would be how much? I mean, in the previous part I had shown how to find the what are the factors. So 12 can be written as 1 into 12 or 2 into 6 or 3 into 4. So what are the factors? Factors become 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 12, right? You can add this. This becomes 1 plus 2, 3, 3, 6, 4, 10, 16, 12, 28. So 28 becomes the sum of the factors, right? These are the factors of 12 and summation becomes 28. Now, since this number was very small, we could manually get the what are the factors and those individual factors we could add. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 12 can we get through a process? I mean, see here. Now, if we see into this power of 2, 2 can take power of 0, 2 can take power of 1, 2 can take power of 2, right? Similarly, 3 can take power of 0, 3 can take power of 1. Now, if we see this, multiply this, what do we get? 2 raised to power 0 into 3 raised to power 0 plus 2 raised to power 0 into 3 raised to power 1 plus 2 raised to power 1 into 3 raised to power 0 plus 2 raised to power 1 into 3 raised to power 1 plus 2 raised to power 2 into 3 raised to power 0 plus 2 raised to power 2 into 3 raised to power 1. Now we simplify each one of them. So this becomes 1 into 1, 1. This becomes 3. This becomes 2. This becomes 6. This becomes 1. Sorry, 4. Uh, this becomes 12. So did we see through this we got all the different individual factors? 1, 1. Now next is 2. 2 also we have got. Next is 3. 3 is also it's here. Next is 4. 4. Next is 6. 6 also we have here. 12. 12 also we have here. So I mean, if through this process we can get all the factors. So what did we do? We actually, I mean, this was the methodology which we adopted to find even a number of factors. Okay, we would see how many powers 2 can take and how many powers 3 can take, and on the combinations using all this possibility would give all the factors of any number, right? And by adding, we can get the sum of the numbers. So simply, if we add this, we will get 28. Now, if we take another example, say, let's go back to our example of 72. So 72 can be written as what? 2 raised to power 3 into 3 raised to power 2. So now we'll try to find the summation of the factors using this process approach which I just discussed here. So we can write it as 2 raised to power 0 plus 2 raised to power 1 plus 2 raised to power 2 plus 2 raised to power 3 into 3 raised to power 0 plus 3 raised to power 1 plus 3 raised to power 2, right? We can individually multiply, add on the terms here. So this becomes 2 raised to power 0, 1, 1 plus 2 plus 4 plus 8. Here becomes 1 plus 3 plus 9. So what does it become? 12, 14, 15 into 13. What would it be? 195. So this is a process. Now, if we see this term, no, these two terms separately, these are nothing but a series, GP series, geometric progression series. So those of you who do not know about this progression, that we'll see in our video series on different progressions, arithmetic and geometric progressions and all. But those of you who know about this GP series, we can see this is a GP series with a common factor of 2. It's increasing by a factor of multiple of 2 here. So summation of a GP series can be given as the common ratio, that is 2 here, 2 raised to power n. N means number of terms here, 4 minus 1 upon 2 minus 1. Similarly, here it would be common ratio, which is 3. 3 raised to power number of terms we have 3 terms, 1 2 3. 3 raised to power 3 minus 1 upon 3 minus 1. Okay, so this way we can get this becomes 15 into this becomes 13. Okay, so here we can get 195. So using formula also we can get the summation. I mean, if we don't want to manually count or get the summation of individual term, we can use the GP formula when the I mean cases are big or the number of powers are big enough to count manually. So the same has been written here or given here in this expression, where x, y and z are different prime numbers. So it can be written as x raised to power a plus 1 minus 1 upon x minus 1 into y raised to power b plus 1 minus 1, where a, b, c are the respective powers of prime number x, y, z, right? So this is the formula I mean of a GP series. Now we'll take another example. Say we take a example of n is equal to 360. We can write it as 2 raised to power 3 into 3 raised to power 2 into 5. What would be summation? Summation would be 2 raised to power 0 plus 2 raised to power 1 plus 2 raised to power 2, 2 raised to power 3 into 3, 3 raised to power 0, 3 raised to power 1, 3 raised to power 2 into 5 raised to power 0 plus 5 raised to power 1. This would give how much? 8 for 12, 14 plus 1 15, 9 3 12 1 13, and this will give 6. So it will be 991170, right? Yeah. So this is the summation, summation of all the factors. Similarly, if we see another example of 288. 288 we can write as 2 raised to power 4 into 3 raised to power 2, right? So here it becomes summation can be written as 2 raised to power 0 plus 2 raised to power 1 plus 2 raised to power 2 plus 2 raised to power 3 plus 2 raised to power 4 plus 2 raised to power 5 into 3 raised to power 0 plus 3 raised to power 1 plus 3 raised to power 2. It becomes how much? Summation of first term would be 32 plus 16 48 plus 8 56 plus 4 60 plus 2 62 63, and this becomes how much? 9 plus 3 12 plus 1 13. This is 819, right? So this is the sum of all the factors. This we could have calculated using formula also, but I mean numbers are number of terms are smaller, so we can calculate manually. We can use formula also. We'll take one last example and then close this session. Let us take a 63,000. So it can be written as 2 raised to power 3 into 3 raised to power 2 into 5 raised to power 3 into 7, right? So summation would be 2 raised to power 0 plus 2 raised to power 1 plus 2 raised to power 2 plus 2 raised to power 3 into 3 raised to power 0 plus 3 raised to power 1 plus 3 raised to power 2 into 5 raised to power 0 plus 5 raised to power 1 plus 5 raised to power 2 plus 5 raised to power 3 into 7 raised to power 0 into 7 raised to power 1. This is how much? 8 4 12 12 14 1 15. This term would give 9 3 12 1 13. This term would be how much? 125 plus 25 150 155 156, and this term would be 7 plus 1 8, right? So here 15 into 8 is 120. 120 into this we can multiply 2028. Now further we can multiply this, it will be, so this becomes the sum of uh, all the factors of this numbers 63,000. Yeah, so this is right. So this is the way we do. I mean, we can manually count this. We can use even the GP series formula to find the sum, and then we can get onto the sum of all the factors of any number. So hope this session was useful to you. Thanks for watching this. If you have any comment, you can put it across the same in the comment box. We'll try to answer that shortly. Thanks.